When you think of iconic cars, there are probably more than a few that come to mind, but for most people born in the late 90s and early 2000s, there's one single car that almost universally stands out: the orange and black FD RX7 from the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. This car has a presence that is simply unmatched. From the massive widebody kit to the low bodywork, the huge wheels, even the iconic orange and black paint scheme. The more you delve into cars, the more you learn about builds like this, transforming it in your eyes from that orange RX7 to Han's RX7 to a Veilside FD RX7. But what if I told you that despite being an extremely impressive and iconic car, this wasn't even the pinnacle of the crazy stuff that has come out of Veilside's factory? Today we're talking all about one of the wildest car modification companies to come out of Japan, heck, to come out of anywhere on God's green earth, Veilside, or Veilside Kabukushi Gaisha. Someone please correct my pronunciation.
Veilside Kabukushi Gaisha
is a Japanese tuning company that has been around since the early 90s, 1990 to be exact. They started off as a performance-focused tuning shop, modifying the slew of new Japanese cars coming out at the time, but with a focus on the Supra and the RX7. Well, in 1991, just 1 year after being founded, they took first place in the tuned car class at Tokyo Auto Salon, beating out heavy hitters from all over Japan and making a name for themselves in the Japanese tuning scene. Veilside has never been one for subtlety. While some brands made lips, hoods, and other individual parts you can pick and choose from to build your own aero package, Veilside was, at a minimum, selling you bumpers, a hood, side skirts, and a wing. Their combat kits are a great example of this, being made for the RX-7 and the Supra, and being immediately recognizable for any fan of 90s tuning culture, having been knocked off a million times. Their kits were intended to transform the overall look of your car, not just accent what the factory built. The craziest thing? The kits like the combat kit were on the simpler side of what Veilside did. Now let's get into what they're really known for. And that, of course, is the Veilside Fortune Kit. This is the one from the FD RX7 that we all know and love. The Fortune Kit replaces every single panel on the car minus the roof and sometimes the doors, depending on which kit it is. Now, the Fortune Kit was made for the Mark IV Supra, the FD RX7, the Acura NSX, and even the Toyota MRS and MR2. These kits are anything but subtle. Rather, they are transformative, changing the overall appearance of the car while retaining the general feel of the factory lines. The kit widens the bodywork of the car significantly, like really significantly, and deep dish wheels are a signature of Veilside's cars, so much so that they actually made their own wheel line just to fit their body kits. Veilside made a handful of wheel models back in the day: the Andrew V, the Andrew F, the Gulf, and the Dish, to name a few. These wheels all came at absolutely massive sizing for the 1990s, with super deep lips and even negative offsets. While many of these have not achieved cult classic status for some reason despite their rarity, there's certainly some very cool wheels, and we'd probably argue that frankly they're undervalued considering the history of the company and pricing on other Veilside products. The Andrew F even featured in the first Fast and Furious film on Dom's RX-7. And as a result, buying some Veilside wheels now might be buying the new Bitcoin. Now the question you might be asking, these kits can't be cheap, right? You're damn right. They start in the low $5,000 for someone buying direct from Veilside Japan, which you can't do. But if you want the RX-7 Fortune Kit, expect to shell out 2,420,000 nice yen, or at the time of filming with the weak yen, about 17 grand. And that's before shipping to the US, before installation, before paint. You can easily sink 30 grand into a Veilside kit and not even be done. Hence why they are so rare and such a spectacle to see. Now, Veilside didn't stop at kits for Japanese cars though. Once they achieved some notoriety in the tuning world, they basically started doing, well, whatever the heck they wanted to, and going through the archive of cars that they customized and displayed at Tokyo Auto Salon. They slapped massive wide bodies and aggressive aero on everything from Chrysler 300s to Bentleys, Ferrari 458s, Mercedes SLR McLarens, and anything you can think of in between. While some of these cars are more subtle, most bear the Veilside signature of an absolutely massive wide body, some with dish so deep you could eat cereal out of them, and of course, wild paint colors predominantly orange. The coolest thing about these guys is that they are simply super creative, building cars they think are cool, and if other people think so too, they can pay Veilside to build them their own wild and unique car. Now, Veilside's latest project, and it's not that late, it's like 2010, but it's perhaps their most ambitious, the 4509 GTR. Contrary to the name of this car, it's not built on an R-chassis Nissan, but instead starts life as a Mark IV Toyota Supra, coming full circle for Veilside as Supras are what gave them their start. This car is a hodgepodge of components from other vehicles as well as unique Veilside parts, combining a uniquely Veilside wide body with some absolutely massive wide fenders, more vents than you can shake a stick at, and a sleek low-profile rear wing. The headlights and taillights are first-gen Audi R8 factory lighting, which I think is a nice touch, and the front grille appears to be from a Bentley, but Veilside does not specify. The 4509 GTRs are hand-built, serial numbered, and each one receives a certificate of authenticity from the founder of Veilside. There's no pricing information, but we have to assume they're pretty darn expensive. These cars are certainly not for everyone. They're definitely extremely unique and interesting, however, and in Veilside's own words, we have tuned many vehicles only to be faster, but it's always better to get tuned awesome, isn't it? And I would just have to agree on that one. What this really is Veilside saying, we're building the cars we like, and if you like it, great, and if you don't like it, hey, blank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if there's another Japanese tuning company we should cover in the next video down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.